Good morning, traders. How's everybody doing today? Thank you guys once again for tuning in. So sorry for hopping on just a tad bit late here. Was doing a couple things here earlier this morning, getting prepared. So anyways, with that being said, let's get into it. So as you can see by the headline of the video, really there's two stocks that I'm mainly or primarily focused on. And that's NBY and Tesla. There's a few others that I'll probably peek at, a little bit, but generally these are the two that I kind of gravitated to the most so far today. But anyways, so good morning, guys. Good morning, Momentum Day Trader. What's going on, bud? How you doing? Vlad, El Padrino, Danny. What's going on, bud? Haven't seen you in a while, it seems like. What's going on, man? Good to have you in. Yeah. Every once in a while I take care of myself with the fresh haircut, you know what I'm saying? And I shaved, so life's going good. Life's well. Yesterday was a good green day. Recovered from the $700 loss day. So far, not doing bad. So anyways, let's get into it. We could touch on the market, but I'm going to come back to that. We'll touch on the market in just a bit. Give it some more time. Maybe something changes here in the next 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes. So first we'll touch at NBY. So NBY penny stock so far kind of ripping up this morning. This was the only penny stock today that I felt was worthy of talking about. And as you guys know, penny stocks are only on my watch list when I think they're worth being on my watch list. So if there's not a penny stock on my watch list, it's because I don't see the value in it or believe it's going to be a good play. So if it's on my watch list, it means I think it has actual potential to be a good play, which means I would like to think that I am very selective and picky when it comes to the penny stocks that I'll put on a watch list or actually trade. So when I do feel comfortable putting them on there, usually, it's a stock that actually should have a good chance at running or at least have some potential moves. I won't put them on unless I actually truly feel they're worth watching or trading. So NBY yesterday had a really good day. It traded Fibonacci levels perfect all day yesterday. When did I trade it? The only time I traded it yesterday, which I don't think is on the recap video I did because I got offline and then I actually made the video and then seen it moving again and I came back and traded it. So I think I bought a small dip buy here, scalped it, and then I also bought in a dip buy on this bounce and rode it up to like anywhere in here, something like that. So anyways, really good day trading yesterday, and NBY traded very well, halted God knows how many times, but it had news. If you're not familiar, this stock received news of selling a drug on Amazon, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, it had news with Amazon. Things start spiking, starts going crazy. This morning, it holds up pre-market, starts to curl. So we're not in really any great formation. All I'm saying is it's worth watching because it's a penny stock that's up big. So there's a lot of people that are trying to short it and they're getting squeezed up. So today is just another day to keep it on watch to see if it builds formation and shorts get trapped. Ideally, what I'm looking for is to see if it kind of drops out a little bit, maybe pre-market or the bell rings and it drops out and it just kind of consolidates and bases out and does a U-shaped push. That's what I'm looking for. I don't anticipate we're going to have a day like yesterday. I'm really just anticipating. Actually, this was the move I was looking for. This move pre-market, that's what I anticipated to happen during the bell or during the trading day, but it happened pre-market. So the move might have already happened. This is what I was looking for. This was the kind of move and setup I was looking for, a bounce and kind of a squeeze play. So the move may have already happened for the day, but that's what I would look for, something like this to happen. And so if it pulls back and starts to crash out of the gates, then really we should probably look for like a bounce play around 322. So if it just kind of craps out, comes down, I'd look for a bounce play off 322. After 322 bounces and then snaps down, probably done trading it for the day. Unless it just tanked out to like one of these levels here or something, but likelihood that happens, not so much. Okay. No, haven't gone over the SPY yet. Not yet. No. What's going on, guys? It's going on. God bless you. So no rundown on the SPY yet. No rundown on Tesla. First one was NBY. I would not anticipate continuation on this. I would anticipate shorts smacking this down, or at least trying to smack it down, right? They're going to try to smack it down early morning on NBY, and when they do, they'll be successful up until the point where the buyers think it's a good level to buy, and then they'll squeeze up the short. So I'd want to say we're looking at a red to green kind of sort of play today on this. All right. So now we'll touch on Tesla, which means we should probably touch on the market first, right? So the market, we'll go look at the SPY. Market did sort of a little cup and handle pattern here from this high point, right? So if we did I'll draw this out with the tools that I have. So kind of cup and handle, down, bottom, up, pull back, handle, breaking up. Okay. So it's sort of a little cup and handle pattern here to push it into new highs. Yesterday went up, gave back all of its gains, and then on the daily chart creates a really bearish hammer candle, inverted hammer candle at the top of this move. So you'd think today would pull back. Well, I guess again, next thing you know, it squeezes up a little bit more. So still on a bullish move for the market. It doesn't, just because we broke over yesterday's high, doesn't actually mean we're going to move higher, right? Just because we broke over really doesn't mean shit. Actually, this might pull back down and start kind of trading down today. So for me, I actually want to see this kind of top and actually pull back and kind of top out here today and pull back and give us maybe a better entry for long plays. Yeah, I mean, I would still be bullish on the market even though I want to see bearish moves. I would like to see more of a pullback, kind of relax for the next couple days. But I will mention this. I'm still a bearish guy for the overall market, but in the macro or in the short term, I'm actually more bullish because of this bounce. Now, this bounce is also accompanied by the fact that the Federal Reserve, those people that like to play God and manipulate the market, those guys, so those guys are playing God once again, and they're doing or talking about potentially cutting rates, interest rates. And whenever interest rates are low, that's usually a great thing for the market. And so right now, the market on this bounce has most likely and or is still, right? So probably already have and or is still pricing in the potential or pricing in the rate cuts that might happen, right? It's kind of the buy the rumor, sell the news. So the market is probably pricing in and or continuing to price in this idea that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates. That's what I think. And the news with the Mexico tariff thing. I mean, it all plays a part. It all has, there's always a different hand, in the pot for one reason or the other. Mexico tariff things, that's, about it kind of being settled on a deal and blah, 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 holding off. That's good news, right? And then I think the market's pricing in the idea that we're going to cut interest rates again. So we're having a really strong bounce. Now, since the bounce is so strong, on a technical side, you run into, do I have to do the daily chart or the weekly chart? Daily chart or weekly chart? Weekly chart. All right, here we are. So on a weekly chart, it's hard to want to be bearish because you have a major bullish engulfing candle. Bullish engulfing candle signifies price action, usually to the upside. So it's hard to really want to be bearish on like this point in time because we just finished a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, which ultimately means up. So it's like I'm kind of on the fence. So at this point, with the news of the Feds possibly playing, well, not possibly, with the Feds playing God, possibly cutting interest rates, which they shouldn't do, because they'll just make things worse. I think we might even see a new all-time high push relatively soon. It's very possible. So I'm keeping an optimistic mind that we might have, a push into all-time highs here relatively soon off some of this news, especially after this bullish engulfing candle. Okay. No, not. Wait, what does it say? Not really. I'm not really trading BYND. So that's BYN, or that's the SPY. So we kind of crushed the SPY there pretty good. We beat that up pretty well. So now Tesla, right? So we know that if the market performs well, then a lot of times the large cap stocks will perform well. If the market performs shitty, then a lot of times the large cap stocks are going to perform shitty. So if the market does well, the likelihood that a bigger name stock will do well. That is why I want to cover the SPY first before Tesla. The SPY is still on a bullish move, but we are a little bit extended in the move. So still watching, right? Still watching Tesla long bias, right? Yesterday it broke out. We traded it a little bit yesterday. I was looking for a rip-roaring move right out of the bell. It ripped, but then it pulled back, and then it was like, meh. I was really just looking for a couple point squeeze right away. It gave us 2 points, then it pulled back, and it was doing kind of one of those grindy action momentum. I didn't like it. But today, I think we still have potential for an up move, right? Because if you look at the chart, we double topped, pulled back, broke out, came back to 211, 210, retested support, grinding up. So still watching Tesla for bullish moves. If the market stays favorable in the bullish direction, Tesla will most likely have a decent bullish move on the day, I believe. Okay. Left. So anyways, that is Tesla. All right, guys. So all in all, some other news. Right now, I'm going to run you guys through basically everything that I do every single morning, how I go through stuff. All right. So you had, what do we had? JAGX. This was a little penny stock. This is literally a sub penny stock. Went through reverse split, squeezing up this morning from a short squeeze. So this stock is probably being manipulated by market movers or pumpers to try and squeeze up some shorts, but then ultimately it's going to crash back down either today, tomorrow. Probably don't want to trade that one. MOTS. Probably don't want to trade this one either. There's really no good bullish formation or any sort of formation you'd want to be trading on MOTS today. PRVB started crashing intraday yesterday. This is most likely not something you're going to want to be playing to the long side, but if you can short it, probably something you want to play to the short side. LJPC. LJPC was that one stock that went up pretty good over the past couple days, or it was Friday or whatever day last week. Started pulling back yesterday. This is most something you don't want to be too bullish on, but probably actually watch bearish today. All right, BYND got downgraded, I believe, by JP Morgan. Not surprising. Shit's overpriced anyways, okay? McDonald's trades at freaking $200 a share. They serve fries, they serve Coke, they serve chicken. All they do is make a little natural something vegetarian burger, and somehow they're at $190. Shit doesn't make sense. That's probably going down. But just because it's down like 11 points today, don't think it can't squeeze up first. So my mind actually thinks this is going to squeeze first and then turn to a short. Nothing better than shaking out people. So personally, I think we might see a bounce on BYND to start the day. Then it rolls over for a short play. Okay. What else is going on in the world today? Not really anything. I think that covers it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's really all I had for you today. That's really all Connor has in his brain. Chipotle would be great if they would stop putting cilantro in their goddamn rice so I could eat a burrito from there. Then it would be cool. But until then, they suck. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, if they would stop putting cilantro in their rice, that'd be great. Or at least make brown rice and white rice and one with or without cilantro. Thanks, Chipotle. When you do that, I'll give you a price upgrade. But that is a problem. My buddies love Chipotle, and I can't eat Chipotle because of the cilantro, and so I'm stuck going to Qdoba. My life. Yeah, so anyways, Chipotle, I haven't seen in a while. Let's check them out. CMG. Yeah, Chipotle up to 730. I thought they hit 800. Maybe 739 was the highest they reached. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. The formation here is actually it's probably bullish. I'm gonna just go with the most likely bullish. This formation in this box right here, that was a bullish formation that ended up dumping out. Like, that was actually legitimate. That should have, not want to say should have, but that was an inverse head and shoulder consolidation move. Probably should have broke. Fake out. Now probably a long, or well, not right now, maybe pull back then long, but I still think that's bullish. But it's hard. Yeah, that's bullish. Yeah, maybe watch this pull back slightly and then take off, because look at that. That's like a bullish engulfing candle almost. If you did a weekly chart, it probably is. Yeah, that's bullish. That's a bullish kind of bounce back, probably. Yeah. Thoughts on SLV? Really, there's really no thoughts there. There is, but there isn't. I own SLV. I don't even know how many shares I have. I got 500, 600,000. I think I have either 800 or 1,000 shares. So yeah, it's either maybe seven. It's either 700 or 1,000 shares of SLV in one of my accounts. And then I think I have 50 shares of GLD in one of my accounts, and then another one I own random gold and ETFs. And anyways, SLV, yes. Silver price is it's still below 15, so silver's I haven't looked at it, and I'm not going to look at it right now, but silver is probably anywhere about 1430, 1460, 1450s, 1480s, something around there. The silver chart for SLV doesn't look necessarily bullish, but it is at a price of, in theory, technical support. The market we're going on was this 11, 12-year bull run. Again, I know it seems very hard to believe that the markets are going to come down, but one day they will. And when they do, there's a good chance that we will see the price of gold and silver increase greater prices than they are today. I'm not saying that gold and silver is going to become the new Bitcoin, but the likelihood that the price of gold and silver increases beyond the price of what they are today in the future, when, not if, but when we go through another economic recession, again, gold and silver will probably be priced higher than what they are today. And that's why I own them at the prices I own them at. Silver and gold never recovered. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because things go based on supply and demand. So when there's less demand for something, the prices will naturally decrease. And then as demand increases again, prices will generally go up. Yeah, metals, you're right. Metals are rocks. Bitcoin's not really kicking gold's ass. No. Again, what you have to understand is Bitcoin is garbage in regards to what it's supposed to be. I've tried to, and sorry if you guys like Bitcoin, for those of you that really like Bitcoin, understand that Bitcoin is probably, I don't want to say one of the worst, but Bitcoin is not the leader of cryptocurrency. Believe that Bitcoin is meant for transacting. That was the bread and butter of what it's built off of: safe, reliable transactions, skip the bank. Well, if you really want to use cryptocurrency as the future, Bitcoin is not your answer. It would be something like Ripple, or maybe another that I am unaware of at this point. Probably not even Ethereum. Ripple, from my understanding, beats Ethereum, right? It's faster transacting. So if the world eventually moves to a digital currency for transacting, Bitcoin would be terrible. Nobody's going to go to Starbucks and wait 10 minutes at checkout just to wait for their transaction to clear. That's not going to be means for an efficient business or anything, right? You want something like a credit card that takes 5 seconds or 10 seconds to go through. Right? You need a cryptocurrency that can do the transactions within seconds. Bitcoin takes minutes, so Bitcoin's not the answer for the future. Am I still holding Tesla? No. Was never really holding Tesla. I think I pay around $3 for a trade. Anyways, with that being said, guys, it's 8:59. Got to get back to the private group. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys all on the next stream. Everybody, take care. Have a good day.